Olá, gente, eu tô aqui com o Dave Malloy, que é compositor do Natasha Pierre e o Grande Cometa, também fez Ghost Quartet, e agora tá escrevendo Moby Dick. Ele fez as letras, o livro e basicamente criou tudo esse musical aqui.
Tá tudo aí no programa, isso é um teatro. Dá uma estudadinha antes, por favor, pra você poder entender. Porque é um romance complicado, muito nome pra decorar. Levem direito no programa e obrigado pela atenção. Lá, 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 lá.
Dave, such a pleasure meeting
Hello,
you here.
pleasure to meet you.
It's an honor to receive you in Brazil. What do you think so far? I know you got to Rio. What do you think about the city, the
had
food,
a beautiful
everything?
time. Yeah, everything has been wonderful. We were
Yeah.
in Rio for a few days first, so we're on the beach in Ipanema and Cabarenas and saw the Christ, and then we were here today and going all around the park and the Afro-Brazil Museum, which was amazing, and we love it. And we've had amazing hosts. We met, Zay and the director and the cast last night, and it was wonderful.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what was your feeling when you entered this stage?
Oh,
a
it's
different version of your
breathtaking.
stage.
It's beautiful. Yeah, I love how it pays homage to the original, but it's its own thing too. And yeah, these little Russian murals and the chandeliers, and it's really beautiful.
Excuse me?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, really
Obrigado.
like they try to give a new interpretation.
Yeah.
And that's a thing that I'd like to ask you. Because Comet has been growing since the start. Yes, Stars Nova and then Casino and then Broadway. But now it's like a different thing. How you feel like going to other countries, other languages, seeing other interpretation of the show now that's not in your hand anymore?
I love it. I mean, for me, I feel like I have made my version of it. I made with my collaborators, with Rachel and our cast, like I made kind of what I thought of as my definitive version. But now I'm so excited for theater. It's such a unique form where you get to put it into the world and then other people get to do whatever they want with it. And I'm very much of that mind. I know some other writers are very like, no, you have to do it like this and this. But I'm of the mind that I want to see people do radical interpretations. And maybe I, won't like them, but I'll still enjoy that people are doing them. So I'm very, very excited to see everything they're doing. And I know I'm going to love this because I've seen the videos online already and it's been really spectacular.
Adeus, meus bons ciganos, minha festa agora é outra. Meu adeus, matriocha, venha me beijar. Beijo para Estesca, meu adeus, adeus, adeus.
And how was your contact with Zay and Fernanda? I know they watched the show on Broadway. How they talked to you? How was the contact to produce this version? That it's actually the second, but it's the first after the Broadway production of Comet.
Yeah.
And that's exciting.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it was very. I mean, we emailed a little bit at the beginning and like some technical things with the music. But it was very much. I mean, it was their production. So I said, you have my blessing to do whatever you want. And,
Oh, really?
Yeah. And like they all. I mean, I had technically approval over the translation, but I don't speak Portuguese, so I was just like, this looks fine.
Yeah. You will see they change a little things, but I think it's the essence of the thing is still here.
Yeah.
And I want to talk actually with the process of writing, not only this musical, but all the musicals that you write, because I feel you as a different writer from all other musicians on musical theater, because you adapt like books that often go like strangey and not have a story, with more like characterized and with weird reference. How was writing for you, in the process of writing?
Yeah, I mean, when I was in college, I was studying music and English literature, so I've always had this deep love of literature and of novels and short stories, and so when I stumbled into musical theater, it seemed like the perfect way to kind of marry these two loves of mine. So yeah, I'm very attracted to kind of weird novels, like unusual novels. I mean, I'm working on Moby Dick now and War and Peace. They're both pretty strange as far as like they're playing with the form of what a novel is. So I'm very attracted to that, and I feel like with theater you get to open that up even more and kind of explode it out, and not just tell the story, but also do something with the, everything else that's going on in those books.
Yeah, and your musical career in musical theater is a lot centered in books here. Moby Dick, Comet, and you did like Edgar Allan Poe with Ghost Quartet. How is the experience and your thought when translating the book into the stage? Because in this musical, there's a thing that I like lot that the characters are auto-narrating things. It's like Natasha is saying Pierre, and Pierre grew confused. This is like you're trying to translate the book. How is like you thinking the process, and other musicals that you don't do that? How you feel and approach this?
Well, one thing that's very important for me is the reason I pick the source material I pick is because I love it so much, and I have such a deep and profound respect for Tolstoy and for Herman Melville and these writers. So for me, for this show, like I always wanted to put Tolstoy's voice on stage because Tolstoy has such an incredible writing voice. So that was the idea behind putting the narration, that I wanted people to know that they're watching this novel unfold, this, you know, the amazing novel by Leo Tolstoy. And it's the same with Moby Dick, you know, with Herman Melville. So for me, but at the same time, like wanting to also make it contemporary and like add, you know, modern touches, but never becoming like campy or parody. Like I always want to really respect the source material.
Belíssimo rapaz apareceu, decidido, mais gentil e cortês. É meu irmão gato, Anatol Kuragin, e vem com balanço. Podia ser ridículo se não fosse tão gostoso. E mesmo interrompendo a sessão, andou sem se apressar. Desceu até o palco, cruzou o corredor e olhou.
When the format comes in the process of writing and thinking a music?
Oh, it's pretty much all at once. I kind of like when I was conceiving of Great Comet, it was very early on that I thought of it kind of being in a supper club, a Russian supper club, and yeah, I mean like I've always kind of the content of the story and the book kind of dictates what the form of the show will be.
Actually with the musical names in this, because it's very different from other music. It's very direct. It's like Natasha and Pierre and Sonia alone.
Oh yeah.
How do you think the name of the music is? Because I watched the track list of the other musical and you had name choices that are pretty different.
Yeah, I just try to do the most obvious name. I don't know, like for me it's like, oh, it's Pierre and Natasha's duet. It's called Pierre and Natasha.
It's not overcomplicated.
Yeah, I like
simple.
Yeah.
And the reference of the musical, you did a lot of things that I like and that I didn't know until listening to your music, that it can mash up with music and musical theater, like comic book, indie rock, and I actually reading the book of the Comet, you actually put Twin Peaks. That is my favorite series.
Oh yes.
And that's something that I don't know how your mind works while writing, but it's just fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just enjoy like I take influences from everything. So from movies and from books and from comic books and from every kind of music, and I just like to mash it all together. So yeah.
Thank you, Dave. It's
Thank
been
you.
A pleasure.
My pleasure. Good to meet you.